As KB alluded to before break, we have a classic that we always love to bring back, cap or no cap. And I do want the people at home to know this is a fact until it is proven otherwise. The creation of cap or no cap started up here.
It did. Now you see other podcasts.
It's worldwide.
Shows using
I've seen it on TV and everything, and I have not seen anybody
give you credit.
Fact check that we weren't the first to have cap or no cap.
Yeah.
Like when I go back and find the earliest version of our show, nobody had it before. But the first one, I want to start with what we just ended off with before we got to our break, which was the Clippers. The Clippers will miss the playoffs, cap or no cap.
No,
Based off what you see now, obviously.
no cap. Based on what I'm seeing right now, we don't have a timetable for Kawhi. The team still gets destroyed on the boards. They're old and they're slow. I find it hard to believe that this system can work and win 10, 15 games in a row to get them back up into the Western Conference standings. Because, like, the West is good. Like, the West is really hard to climb that ladder in the Western Conference, and it's hard for me to say that they're going to put together a huge string of games and win.
I will make a definitive answer in a second, but they are the 12th seed right now, and the two teams above them are the Utah Jazz and the Memphis Grizzlies.
That's why I'm going
teams
cap.
that I believe that they should be better than. Now, being the 10th seed don't mean you're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That means you're in the postseason. But, I mean, again, I agree with everything you said, Derek, about them being slow, them getting killed on the glass, but there's something about this team that I feel like they've earned the benefit of the doubt as a playoff team. Once we get to the playoffs, they ain't earned nothing.
Yeah.
But as far as a playoff team, I'm going to give them benefit of the doubt and say, cap, they make it, but they are first-round exit again, just like every single season.
Yeah, I'm going to go cap just because I believe there's a chance they can make it through the play-in because, like Kenny was alluding to, the two teams above them, the Clippers can outbeat them in the long run. So I would go cap.
And even the team before that, like, no disrespect to the Suns, but, like, you could see the Suns next month is, like, nothing but playoff teams, while the Clippers, I don't really know what their schedule is, but I feel like there's a world where they can just get up to, let's say, 7 in a month's time. But it is really heavily reliant on James Harden, who's averaging the most points since, like, 2018 or something crazy like that. I don't know. I mean, he's missed
it's
reliable.
all it's all James Harden on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think at some point, is it going to be hard for the James Harden system to, like, carry you that far?
It is. I think it's hard now. It's just last year, at least they had their defense to, like, really hold them. They don't have that same thing. And then Zubac is not having the same year as well. So I think it still can get you there, but the other things that they had last year just aren't there.
Yeah, the Harden system was good last year. The defense was great. And put those two together, you're a 50-win team.
And you also had Norman Powell in that system.
And you had Norman Powell scoring 20 a night. And now without, James Harden's system still, I guess it's fine. It's somehow slower, which is crazy because it's always been a slow system. And then the defense is still bottom 5. It's just not a good recipe. So you know what? No cap. They're missing the playoffs. I changed my mind. They're going to miss the playoffs. They're going to miss it. And OKC is going to get another top 10 pick.
Not James Harden streak on the line.
That's the part of it is the pick.
Not even just James Harden streak. The Clippers on a 17-year streak of making the postseason. So, tough one.
Anthony Davis' next team is the Chicago Bulls, cap or no cap?
This is interesting because it seems like it. I'm going to say no cap. I'm going to say no cap. It seems like they kind of had the pieces that can kind of make it work, and they're a team that he's been linked to since he was with the Lakers, that he's said that he wants to end his career in Chicago. Kind of seems like this there.
Kind of accepted it, P. I'm getting ready for it.
Me too. I am too. I'm not going to lie.
I will be really upset if it's the trade package that people on Twitter keep sending.
Kobe White.
If Kobe White's in the trade, I'm going to be really upset. Not that he should be safe from trading, but in this hypothetical trade where it feels like there's not really a market for Anthony Davis, if we trade away Kobe White, who in his first game.
So you would want it to be Io?
Nope.
What would your dream package be?
Oh, the dream package or the realistic dream?
Is it Vooch and Patrick Williams?
But even then, I don't know if they care about the 3 years left on Patrick Williams' contract. Like, they don't want that on their books, right?
That makes you have to kind of give them Io or Kobe White because it's like, hey, we taking on this contract.
And in that case, I don't want the trade at all. I mean, I don't want the trade to start off with. Let's be real. But if it is incorporated in one of those dudes, I'm okay. I'm okay. Vooch is off the books at the end of the season. Give me patched up pieces of center play versus trading for Anthony Davis. We saw sticks yesterday.
But this trade happens. What do you want it to look like?
I want it to be Zach Collins and his broken hand. I want it to be, it kind of has to be Kevin Huerter. And I like Kevin Huerter.
Kevin Huerter's been,
He's real,
And then I'm sorry to do it to Javon. I think the money has to match if Javon is in the trade. And then it's like that Portland pick.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't like it. I don't like it for them. I don't like it for them.
But you know,
the
the Bulls are always overzealous.
Yeah, oh yeah. If they're gonna do the
Kobe
trade,
White?
if they're gonna do the trade, we're gonna overpay for it.
I would go no cap too for it. I mean, y'all said all the right things, but I just don't see many teams trading for Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
This is the last year for the Cavs core, cap or no cap, and y'all understand what I mean when I say
For sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna say no cap. Just because it seems like his guys can't stay healthy. But also, I'm kind of in the middle because I also think postseason success also determines whether or not they bring this back. But for what I see right now, I'm going to say no cap.
I think that's fair. I'm going to go no cap as well. I'm trying to figure out what the level of it is. If they make it to the conference finals and lose, is that enough for them to still keep it together? I think if they make it to the finals and they lose, they're like, let's run it back.
Yeah.
But they haven't been to the conference finals in forever. So I don't know. I'm going to say no cap because I think that they could use, this is going to sound weird because they were one of the deeper teams. They could use a little bit more depth and turn down the star power a little bit, like trading DG for 2 really competent role players.
Yep.
So I guess I'm saying no cap, man. That's crazy. But they've been together for 4 years now, 4 seasons. And if it ain't getting us to the conference finals or getting us to the finals, it might be time.
But how many times can you keep putting in the same thing and expect different results?
Yeah, no, I feel you.
So I would say even unless they do go to the finals, I would think they keep it the same. But I think Darius Garland's probably on his way out just because he can't really stay healthy for them.
Maybe it's not DG and instead it's Jared Allen, who I talked about earlier. He's just not playing.
Yeah, it could be either or.
Do you think that's too dramatic to trade 2 of the 4 pieces versus 1 of the 4? Oh,
No.
Okay.
I don't think it's too dramatic.
Nah, I think Darius Garland value could get you back what you was mentioning. But yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be too dramatic. Now, would I want them to do it? Probably not. But I could see a world where, as long as you got 45 and 4, and whatever you get back from them, you're gonna be in an eye situation.
Yeah.
The Hawks are better without Trae Young. Cap or no cap.
Man.
We getting spicy, baby.
Oh, man.
We getting spicy.
No cap. I mean, the team just looks better. They look a lot more fluid. Guys look a little bit more comfortable. You're seeing Dyson with that ball in his hands a lot more. I think that's kind of where he's at his full strength versus having it being off the ball where we know that's somewhere where he completely struggles with. But, yeah, I'm going to say no cap.
Visually, it is more fun, I will say. But part of me is like, I mean, the streak that they're on right now, not taking anything away, it's not the toughest part of the schedule. Some of those teams they went against were, like the Clippers, who we just said struggling, the Utah Jazz, who can't beat anybody other than the Chicago Bulls. That Suns game was ridiculous of a comeback, so shout out to them for that fourth quarter. But it's hard to say. I guess I'm gonna say no cap. I think immediately a lot of people go to like, okay, what does that mean? Is Trae Young about to get traded? And based on the energy Trae Young had on that sideline during that comeback, I'm going to say Trae Young is going to buy into the free-flowing nature of the offense.
I hope so, too.
I agree.
I hope so, too. I'm going to go cap on this. Again, like I said, last year, I felt like he was more into the free-flowing before Jalen Johnson that kind of went down. I still think that it's more so the people that's kind of been in front of them. They still got a lot of adversity they're going to face over the course of the season. They're going to need a guy like Trae Young to overcome that.
Shout out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker, man, for sure.
Nickeil's been amazing.
He's been great. And Yeka Kongu is now a 40% three-point shooter all of a sudden. It's been a lot of I guess you can look back on it and say maybe it was lightning in the bottle. Only time will tell because they got a little stretch coming up where we're going to really see what they about. But I really like watching this team.
No, this
right
team
now,
is
man.
different. This team is different. I have some concerns, but this team is different. Zion will play 50 games this season, cap or no cap.
Cap. He got to be on game 51 for me to finally believe he gonna play 50.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say cap just because history hasn't shown me that he's gonna hit 50.
And that's so sad, bro, because we know how talented he is. I don't know.
And also the team is so bad that
why is it worth it?
Why they're probably not gonna worth
because I mean at this point they need to see it for themselves.
Yeah.
That's
it's not like they losing for something.
Yeah, they need to see it. That's true.
Yeah.
My goodness, I keep forgetting about that. And Joe Dumars, they asked him about it. Did y'all see that?
No.
He told the reporter why would I be worried about the pick? I ain't got it.